Welcome to your EPA 608 Type I practice test. In this video, we'll go through 10 real exam-style questions. Stay sharp, think through each question, and try to answer before the explanation appears. Ready? Let's begin. Question 1. According to the EPA, how is a small appliance defined? A. Manufactured, charged, and hermetically sealed in a factory and contains 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. B. Manufactured, charged, and hermetically sealed in a factory and contains 2 pounds or less of refrigerant. C. Manufactured, charged, and hermetically sealed in a factory and contains 1 pound or less of refrigerant. D. Manufactured, charged, and hermetically sealed in a factory and contains 15 pounds or less of refrigerant. The correct answer is A, 5 pounds or less. The EPA defines a small appliance as a factory-manufactured, factory-charged, and hermetically sealed unit containing 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. Examples include refrigerators, dehumidifiers, and window AC units. Great start. Let's move on to question 2. Question 2. Which option best matches the EPA's definition of a Type 1 small appliance? A. Systems manufactured, charged, and hermetically sealed with 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. B. Refrigerators, freezers, room air conditioners, and central air conditioners. C. Any appliance charged with more than 5 pounds of refrigerant. D. Any appliance charged with less than 2 pounds of refrigerant. The correct answer is A. Type 1 small appliances are factory-sealed, factory-charged, and contain 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. This determines the recovery equipment and certification type required. Now that you've got the basics, let's check your understanding in Question 3. Question 3. Which of the following is classified as a small appliance under EPA regulations? A. PTAC, Packaged Terminal Air Conditioner. B. Both statements are correct. C. MVAC, Motorized Vehicle Air Conditioning System. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. PTAC, or Packaged Terminal Air Conditioner. PTACs meet the EPA definition of small appliances since they're hermetically sealed, factory-charged, and contain 5 pounds or less of refrigerant. MVACs, however, are regulated under Section 609, not 608. Ready for another one? Let's move to Question 4. Question 4. By definition, what is the maximum refrigerant charge allowed in a small appliance? A. 5 pounds or less. B. 1 pound or less. C. 10 pounds or less. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. 5 pounds or less. This 5-pound threshold is the EPA's defining limit for small appliances under Type 1 rules. Good job keeping that number in mind. Let's continue with Question 5. Question 5. After which date did the EPA restrict the sale of Class 1 and Class 2 refrigerants to certified technicians? A. November 14, 1994. B. November 15, 1993. C. November 14, 1993. D. August 12, 1993. The correct answer is A. November 14, 1994. Starting on that date, only certified technicians could buy Class 1 CFC and Class 2 HCFC refrigerants. This prevents venting and ensures trained handling. Halfway there, let's head into Question 6. Question 6. If the EPA updates its regulations after a technician is certified, who is responsible for following the new laws? A. The technician. B. The company. C. The equipment owner. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. The technician. Certified technicians must stay updated and follow all new EPA rules. Compliance is a personal, ongoing responsibility. Let's reinforce that knowledge with question 7. Question 7. What must be done with vapor released from the top of a graduated charging cylinder while filling it? A. Be vented to the atmosphere. B. Not be vented and must be recovered. C. Be vented if less than 3 pounds. D. Be vented, but not inhaled. The correct answer is B. The vapor must be recovered, not vented. EPA prohibits venting refrigerant in any form, liquid or vapor. All must be captured using certified recovery equipment. Nice work. Let's keep going with question 8. Question 8. If the Clean Air Act regulations change after certification, what must the technician do? A. Retake the test. B. Be grandfathered automatically. C. Learn and comply with new laws. D. Retest with a higher score. The correct answer is C. Learn and comply with new laws. Technicians don't need to retest, but they must stay informed and follow all new EPA updates. Almost there. Let's test your equipment knowledge in question 9. Question 9. What performance standard must recovery equipment manufactured before November 15, 1993 meet? A. Recover 80% of refrigerant or achieve a 4-inch vacuum under ARI 740. B. Recover 90% or achieve a 4-inch vacuum. C. Recover 80% or achieve a 6-inch vacuum. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. 80% or a 4-inch vacuum. Pre-1993 recovery units must remove at least 80% of refrigerant or reach a 4-inch vacuum under ARI 740 standards. Great. Let's wrap up with our final question. Question 10. What is true about system-dependent or passive refrigerant recovery for small appliances? A. Recover refrigerant in a non-pressurized container. B. Do not require an operating compressor. C. Require 80% of refrigerant to be recovered. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Passive recovery doesn't rely on the compressor, uses a non-pressurized container, and must recover at least 80% of the refrigerant charge. And that's it. You've completed the EPA 608 Type 1 practice test. Keep reviewing these rules, especially the 5-pound limit, recovery standards, and venting policies, to master your certification exam. Subscribe and follow for more EPA 608 lessons and full exam walkthroughs. See you in the next video, and good luck on your certification exam.